Hello gamers, my name is BeardedGamerDrew and welcome to my channel, a place where you will find all things gaming all the time. On today's episode, I will be going over my top 5 games coming out for the Nintendo Switch for the month of September. Let's begin. With all of the buzz circulating the Nintendo community in anticipation of titles such as Luigi's Mansion 3, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and let's not forget the new Animal Crossing, I thought it would be a fun idea to steer away from those games for now and show you all of my personal top 5 list of games coming out for the month of September. Now, keep in mind these are strictly my own opinions, and I encourage you all to comment down below with your top 5 games coming out this month. And without further ado, let's start with number 5. Coming in at number 5 is a game that, up until recently, I honestly didn't know much about. And that game is Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. Originally released for the PlayStation 3 in Japan in November 2011, Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch provides a breathtaking atmosphere filled with various monsters to battle, very reminiscent of Pokemon. Now, for those who are not familiar with this title, Ni no Kuni is a role-playing game that uses a third-party perspective. Players complete quest linear scenarios with set objectives to progress through the story. Outside of quest, players can freely roam the overworld. Our protagonist, Oliver, sets on a journey with his fairy companion Drippy in a world separate from Oliver's hometown of Motorville. Having recently lost his mother, Oliver, with Drippy by his side, sets out on a quest in this adjacent world in hopes to rescue a sage known as Alicia from the evil wizard Shadar in order to bring his mother back to life. Now, other than presenting clean visuals and a seamless battle interface, Ni no Kuni has some charming and humorous moments, more specifically with the protagonist companion Drippy. With all of this being said, I think it's safe to say that Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch is sure to be loads of fun, and I'm really looking forward to playing this game for myself on September 20th. Quacking my top 5. Okay, sorry for the pun. And going right to the number 4 spot is Untitled Goose Game. I mean, of course this has to have Untitled Goose Game in it, right? This game's so quirky, it's fantastic. Look, you know, in this hilariously charming game, we finally get to experience the wackiness of being a goose. I never thought I would say those words, but it feels so right. From luring the groundskeeper away from his garden to stealing his keys, this game, while simple, presents so many hilarious antics, it's really impossible to hate this game. I mean, what other game allows me as a goose to get a non-goose character wet? Come on now, that's cool. All jokes aside, my goose body is ready, and I can't wait to start this wacky adventure on September 20th. Yeah, there's really not much else to say about a goose game, so I'm probably gonna move on right now. Coming in at number 3 is a game that I knew absolutely nothing about. I mean, that was up until recently, and I honestly regret not knowing about this beautiful looking game. And that game is Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. Ori and the Blind Forest is a game about an orphan destined to be a hero. We start the game in Swallow's Nest, playing as Naru. Upon walking through this forest, we discover a young spirit, our protagonist known as Ori. Ori, no longer an orphan at this time, works together with Naru to build a beautiful world. As we traverse the area for some time, the spirit tree calls out to Ori, leaving Naru in great distress and scurrying both herself and Ori inside of a cave for protection. When searching for food later, Naru finds a completely different world full of decay and despair. And honestly guys, with stunning hand-painted artwork paired with a finely detailed artistic approach, Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition is definitely shaping up to be one of those top games to grace the Nintendo Switch. And honestly, at first I wasn't even gonna have this on the list, but when I saw this gameplay, I was blown away. The visuals are stunning, the story captured me in a way that, I gotta be honest, I haven't been captured like that in a while. I found myself suddenly caring about characters that I just met through a trailer, and for a game to do that to me, to get me choked up, and to get me crying the way it was presented, that was absolutely wonderful and just a breath of fresh air to see. I tell you, it was one of the many reasons this game is in my top 3 games for this month, and it has the absolutely gorgeous soundtrack. I can't wait to finally play this game. It comes out on September 27th, so not too long from now. Be sure to pick this game up. It looks fantastic. Coming in at number 2 is another game that I have been waiting to play on the Switch, and that game is, yes, you've guessed it, Dragon Quest Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. Now, this game really doesn't need much explaining, honestly, but for the sake of this video, I must say I love the stunning visuals. The music in this one seems to be very nice as well, although admittedly not as much as some of the other orchestras we have in this top 5 list. But still, nonetheless, this music is beautiful. And other than being visually appealing, I'm really liking the battling style of this game as well. And keep in mind, I've never played a Dragon Quest game, but with the recent addition of the Hero and Smash, I figure that now is as good a time as any to start playing this game. And personally, I cannot wait to play more. I've been playing the demo and it is fantastic. My gosh, this is just a game that I could see myself playing. And the demo itself is 10 hours. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure to download this demo. It's now available in the eShop until the release on September 27th. And finally claiming the number 1 spot is yes, of course, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. This remake of the classic game from 1993 provides a more modern but almost down to the T look. For those who aren't aware, Link's Awakening is an action-adventure game focused on exploration and combat. The majority of the game takes place from an overhead perspective. The player traverses the overworld of Koholint Island while fighting monsters and exploring underground dungeons. The art style of this game is something that I can't really remember seeing before. It's almost like a hybrid of the Game Boy style and something more realistic and almost doll-like at the same time. It's got a really cute charm to it. Other than the obvious reasons, this was actually one of the main reasons that I'm excited for the game. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is a classic, so of course I'm going to pick this game up. It captures the very essence and vibe of the original installment, and I'm so excited to begin playing this. And of course that awesome dungeon creation concept. Almost Super Mario Maker-like, but not quite. Hey, maybe we'll have that one day, I don't know. But for now, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is sure to be a perfectly executed remake, which is why, for me, it has to take the number 1 spot. Thankfully, we won't have to wait that long as the release date is September 20th. And now that you have all seen my top 5, please feel free to comment down below and tell me your personal top 5 list for the month of September and whether you agree with me or not. And if you like this video, as always, please hit the like button and subscribe as well. And also follow my Twitter at Drew_Bearded for more on all things gaming all the time. Until next time, farewell gamers.